G'day everyone. Today I'm going to tell you what I consider to be the best camera in the world. Spec wise it's not the best, but I think it's the best all-round camera that most people just wanting to go and buy a decent camera could possibly buy. And that is the Canon G7X Mark II. I love this camera. It is an absolute gem and possibly the best camera I've ever owned. Now, when I say best, how do I define best? It's not the best spec-wise. It's probably not the best for a lot of things. Out here today, I'm out taking bird photos, doing a bit of bird photography. This certainly isn't the best for that. So why is it the best? I've got quite a few cameras because I love photography. Right now, I'm filming on my Panasonic G9. That is a micro 4/3 sensor. It's a smaller sensor, gives me greater reach. I put a 300mm lens in it and it's a perfect birding camera. That's why I like that. That's a birding camera. But it's not as small and compact as the G7X. So all cameras have got their own little different niches, a little where they fit in. But I reckon the Canon G7X is the best all-round camera. My favourite camera from my arsenal is this one. This is my Canon EOS M6 because it's small, it's compact. I'm a fishing journalist. This takes great fishing photos. I can take it to make fishing videos from my YouTube channel when I'm out fishing. It fits in my backpack and it's great, but it's still not perfect. When you're taking bird photos like now, you put a great big birding lens on it and it feels like a pimple on a pumpkin trying to hold it. When you are filming, it doesn't have 4K. I'm filming right now in 4K, so I can crop the image and put me off to the left, the right, zoom in and out, or just have a clearer video. This doesn't have 4K. None of them are perfect. They've all got different strengths and weaknesses. My wife right now is over here taking bird photos on the swamp over here with a Canon 7D Mark II with a 600mm lens. Awesome birding setup, 10 frames a second, but it weighs a ton. Let me tell you why I really like the Canon G7X Mark II and why I think this is the best camera on the market today. It takes, well, firstly, it's got a nice fast lens. It's f1.8 to f2.8, so it's great in low light. It takes great photos. For a compact camera, it takes really crisp, sharp photos because of the low aperture. You can get nice, smooth, creamy bokeh in the background behind your subject, which is something that's usually only achieved with SLRs or long telephoto lenses. You can get that with close-ups with the Canon G7X Mark II. It takes great photos. It takes great video. It has 50 frames a second, at 1080 HD, so I can have slow motion. It takes awesome time lapse. It takes brilliant star lapse, nighttime time lapse. I think they call it night lapse. It's just got so many really cool features, but at the end of the day, it is small and compact and takes incredibly good photos and crystal clear video. Now, I've got a YouTube channel, as I said. I often film with the Canon M6. I like this because it's got the hotshoe mount so that I can use an external microphone. It's nowhere near a perfect camera. I despise the fact that the LCD flips up because then when I put the my Rode Video Mic Pro in, I can't see myself. So that's no good at all. Its predecessor, the M5, the LCD screen went down and you couldn't put it on a tripod. Not perfect, and it's not 4K. The Panasonic I'm shooting on is 4K. It's nice, crisp, clear video, brilliant audio on this camera, but it's not compact. It's nowhere near as compact. The Canon G7X doesn't have a hotshoe. It doesn't have a telephoto lens. So if you're looking for a bird lens, a bird camera, this probably isn't perfect. You know, if you're looking for a certain need for a camera, you might not like this. But anybody that's landed on this video because they've searched best camera in the world, because they just want a really good quality, handy camera, you just cannot go past the Canon G7X Mark II. It's even got a built-in ND filter. With a push of a button, an ND filter drops down. You can actually hear it drop, and it covers the lens and makes everything dark so that you can lower your aperture right down to f1.8 even in bright daylight to get that nice, crisp, clear, smooth bokeh in the background of your photo even in bright sunshine. Great all-rounder. Awesome travel camera, great camera to put in your bag if you're going hiking or traveling. It's a great fishing camera. Quite often when I'm fishing, I'll take this one only. I can hold it up. It's got awesome image stabilization, so I can talk to the camera, film myself with my hand, and it's quite stable, and the quality is fantastic. If you're in the market just for a good camera, just a good camera to take good photos, good traveling camera, you just cannot go past the Canon G7X Mark II. Now Sony have an equivalent. I think it's the RX100 Mark IV, I think it is, or Mark V maybe. But I don't think it has the flip screen, and it's about $500 dearer. I highly recommend the Canon G7X Mark II. Now, as I've said, I've got the Panasonic, I've got the M6, I've got a 600D at home, I've got a 7D Mark II, I've got a 70D at home. If I could just only have one camera, if I was only able to just have one camera, it would quite likely be the Canon G7X Mark II, because it's versatile, such a versatile camera with such good quality images. I hope this has helped you if you happen to have landed on this video by searching for the best camera to buy, or if you're in the market just for a good all-round handy camera to carry around. Canon G7X Mark II. This isn't sponsored, this isn't biased, I just really like that camera.